going on, Bta Community Hub? Mr. Whiting here with a lesson for you today, so make sure you've got your pen available. So we're going to start in with money first. We'll go into crypto, blockchain, and we'll talk a little bit about smart contracts and how they're going to benefit us. So without further ado, let's get into it. So money, what's good money? Let's talk about scarcity for one of them. And if you go back to 9000 BC, that's when money started. So you had cattle and crops that determined your wealth. But stuff, it wasn't very divisible or portable. You couldn't sort of divide your wealth very good in them days. But as we advanced, we moved on to gold and silver, which was more portable. It was durable. You could divide it, but the more wealthier you got, the heavier it got. You had to put it in safes and stuff. So they still use value. They still use gold today's value in a lot of safes. So it's still around today. But then we moved further on and we went into paper money. And that's when it all went wrong. First of all, Mr. Nixon, he had it backed by gold. So it had some value there. But all of a sudden he took it off. He made everybody hand their gold in, the gold certificates. And basically he robbed all the public in America. So as the paper money went on, that just gave us a free print into the economy for free, which meant we would devalue our currency and inflation would run round about 2% a year. Now, us being the hard workers, the businesses, we're the one that suffers. So people were getting sick. And in 2008, with the financial crash, you'll all be aware, people lost their houses. The bankers got to keep their big bonuses. And that just drives me mad. And then all of a sudden, a miracle happened. A digital currency used by blockchain. So Mr. Satoshi brought in Bitcoin for the first time. There was digital coins before that, but they couldn't solve the double spend problem, which was a duplicate file. And if you notice, if someone sends you a music file, you can send that to your friend. But if you can do that with currency, there's something wrong. So Satoshi fixed that problem by using blockchain. Now blockchain is just a simple phrase, and if you look in the academy you'll find out in depth more what it's like. So Satoshi was our hero, and as it starts getting picked up, the value went up. As long as we went further along the line, it took a year for it to reach 1,000. So people are more getting used to the fact that Bitcoin is a way of life now, and it's trying to get people involved from the mass. But what's the benefits of Bitcoin? So we'll discuss that. So you've got the portability. You can send it to anyone around the world and it takes minutes. It's divisible. You can divide it into anything you want. It's programmable. And my favorite part is it's decentralized, meaning you don't have to have any data. If you go to a centralized bank, they've got all your details. They've got your name, address, your age, where you live, and all that type of stuff. And they constantly get hacked. So if you look at JP Morgan, got hacked. You look at LinkedIn is a big business user around the world, that got hacked, and so on. And it continues to do so this day until blockchain come in, like Bitcoin. So that's the first generation Bitcoin. So as we moved on, there's obviously second generation cryptocurrencies, altcoins, and there's one called Ethereum. And the reason why I like Ethereum, it's got the smart contract involved. So a smart contract can be used anywhere. And the thing about the smart contract, it is gospel. You cannot change it. And I'll give you a little hint on why. So just say Bob wants to sell his house. Bob has to go to the estate agents, has to put it on the market. They have to negotiate a price and then back and forwards until they agree a price. So the seller who comes in and gives them an offer, they accept it. And then they have to go and see a solicitor for the legals. After all this is done, you're talking around about £3,500 to £5,000 to get rid of your house. Put in a smart contract, you're going to significantly reduce cost and time. So you're going to bring in a smart contract using digital cryptography coding. So basically it can't be changed. So you put in your input, the seller puts in his input. He's saving a lot of money and time, you're saving a lot of money and time. And that goes into the blockchain. And it can be seen around the world simultaneously by everybody. So this is going to work in a lot of businesses, not just finance. It's going to work in logistics, manufacturing, Like when you're on eBay and you buy something and you come in and you find out it's counterfeit, you think, oh my God, I have just spent that money and I've been ripped. So blockchain is going to change that. Blockchain, you can find out the origins where it come from, and it's going to be tracked around the world as it goes. Say like a coffee in Colombia, is it really from Colombia? Well, blockchain is going to change that because you're going to see as it goes around the world. It's stuff about the voting system. Now imagine a voting system where you can vote and your vote actually matters. It can't be manipulated. It's in the blockchain, and you can see on an open source all the votes. It's the same about big topics like cancer research. Now cancer research brings in billions of pounds for research, but is the money really going towards the research, or is it going somewhere else, like a middleman who pockets a lot of money? Blockchain technology can eliminate that, so you can see on the platform where it's being spent, and that is a good thing for prosperity around the world. So if you've ever seen Don Tapscott's video, I highly suggest you watch that because it is an eye-opener. So that's just discussing about smart contracts and Ethereum. We've discussed a lot of things that can make benefits around the world. So if you stay tuned, I will be making more videos and more content about how this revolutionized equipment is going to bring massive benefits to all of us. So thanks very much, guys. I hope you like the video, and if you do, I insist on you jumping into the academy. See you later, guys.